Da Giovanni.
Percent of people don't even know that this exists. It's called the occult for a reason. Occult simply means hidden. See, all the things that can truly empower you are hidden, and they label it as evil or witchcraft or satanic to keep you in fear of your own essence. See, the whole point of the Matrix is to keep your energy suppressed below the third chakra, keeping you stuck on a survival level, making you a slave to your desires, but never seeking higher knowledge. Because the secret societies know that when you raise the energy up from the root chakra up to the heart and throat, and then up to the third eye and crown, that you become a Christ-like being. You gain enlightenment. Now you don't have to seek anything because you attract everything through your own personal magnetism. But to do this, you have to sacrifice the ego. And the average person doesn't want to meditate and go within. They don't want to learn about ancient spiritual practices that predate religion. Most people see it as a waste of time, or they think that it's not real. But the most powerful people on the planet know that it's real. And that's the difference.
Stop! Those candidates are phonies! You heard me! They're alien replicants from beyond the moon!
Yeah, right, pal.
Don't forget your stinking flag.
Why won't anyone believe my crazy story? Oh! Oh no. What have I done? What am I doing? What will I do?
The politics of failure have failed. We need to make them work again. Tomorrow, when you are sealed in the voting cubicle, vote for me, Senator Bob Dole.
I am looking forward to an orderly election tomorrow, which will eliminate the need for a violent bloodbath. America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles.
Anybody out there that knows of someone that might be showing concerning behaviour around, conspiracy theories, anti-government, anti-police, conspiracy theories around COVID-19 vaccination, as what we're seeing with the Train family, we'd want to know that. We want to know about that. And you can either contact police directly or go through police.
We talked about the cell phone and just how cancerous causing is the cell phone. Just by having your cell phone in your pocket increases your risk of cancer by 34 to 60%. Having it on your head, that's why I always speak on speakerphone. Okay, the phone, the EMF frequency that operates off of a cellular phone is called radio frequency, right? They use radio waves. Radio waves is used to boil water. That's how you heat up your food in a microwave. It don't heat up the actual texture of the food. It heats up the water molecules inside the food, bring it to a boiling temperature, then it beeps, bing, that means your food done. You don't realize the functionality that just happened there. The radio frequency waves shot through the molecules, the water molecules of the food, and it boiled it. It literally fried it, and that's what made your food warm. The same exact radio technology is in your phone. These same radio waves, and you putting it up to your head. Do you know your brain is 93% water? Your brain, 93% water. They call them ventricles. Inside these ventricles is pockets of fluids, or a cerebrospinal fluid, but all this water in your brain. And then you get this microwave that you call a cell phone, and you put it on your head. And we're not realizing when you keep doing this day in and day out, or you got your face this far on your phone, or you got your phone on your vagina, or you got your phone in your bra, you got your phone in your pocket next to your prostate or your ovaries, we are heating up the actual H3O water molecules in our body, and we're not realizing that this stuff is a big factor in causing.
Did you know that the shoes that we wear are probably the most detrimental thing to our physical and our emotional health? And I'm going to tell you why. Now, back in the day, we used to wear wooden or wool shoes because it would not interfere with our connection to the earth. And it wasn't until a short time ago that rubber shoes were introduced, and I believe this was done purposely by Big Pharma and the elites to intentionally sever the connection with us and the earth. Now, not a lot of people know this, but every single system in the entire human body that we can measure all goes back to normal when we are grounded. And being grounded simply means that we are connected to the earth through the soles of our feet. Think about it, all the electricity that we use works the most efficiently by being grounded to the earth. So why would we be any different? We are electrical beings. Now what happens when we touch the earth is our body instantly saturates with electrons. And these electrons coat our red blood cells so they repel each other, which means the blood viscosity goes down. It's easier for the heart to pump blood. Then blood pressure goes down and all sorts of cardiovascular issues are resolved just by putting our feet on the ground. And this is just one benefit. There are thousands of studies that have shown that earthing reduces inflammation in the body, which is at the root of most diseases. It's also proven to increase your sleep cycle, reduce stress by balancing cortisol levels, and many more health benefits. This is why it always feels good to be outside with your bare feet on the ground. Now, I'm not saying that society should go shoeless. We're way past that point now, but I am saying that we need to be way more conscious of how much we are grounded. I'd say about 20 minutes a day will keep the doctor away. Peace and love.
Physics is remarkable, and it's just a science that studies the nature of our remarkability. When you begin to study this, there's a lot of things that come clear to you, you know. For example, you didn't have to wear white to make something wonderful happen. And that you begin to learn that positive and negative are not about good and bad at all. They are about the polarity of the electrical. They're about electricity. You can't have a positive charge without having a negative charge. So what is good and bad about that? Pretty soon, you begin to think differently. You begin to understand it in a more rational and indeed more mature way. And then if negative isn't bad, then maybe black isn't evil. And maybe nighttime isn't the time of witches and goblins and all that other trash. But maybe it's just superstition. But does superstition exist in quantum physics? Yes, because whoever believes it actually creates it.
Family, so today's topic is sex a ritual? Not only did ancient Egyptians view sex as being a ritual, but sex in itself was actually sacred and a spiritual practice. Its ability to manifest spirits into this world by way of pregnancy is proof of that. In fact, when Osiris was dismembered and killed by his brother Set, his wife Isis reassembled his body and resurrected him through what many call the first documented blowjob.
A golden furnace, from which she impregnated herself with the seed of Osiris and bore a son.
The ancient Egyptians even believed that the god Atum created life within the universe by simply masturbating. So in fact, the life is within the seed, which has the ability to co-create life, which is why meaningless masturbation can cause you to feel drained of your energy by way of your semen, which is your life force. And since everything is energy, sex with no spiritual connection is just another person using your body as masturbation while they release their traumas, insecurities, and feelings of inadequacy into your being within a mutual exchange of energy. And now, since all that comes with this person that makes up their entire being is stored within their DNA, you can take their entire being and all else that comes with them through just an open mouth kiss, because the DNA is within the saliva, and this can cause a change within your being known as aberrant DNA, which is simply a genetic term for any change or mutation in your normal DNA. And you can begin to pick up similar traits, likings, and behaviors, which is why couples can start to look just alike over time. Sexual energy usually works off of our lower cells, which is our root chakra, which is associated with our lower vibrational emotions such as lust, fear, and insecurity. Now, we understand that our chakras are just energy centers, and emotions are energy in motion. And you can raise the vibrational frequency of this energetic exchange through passion, self-confidence, love, communication, insight, and a divine connection.
I believe that once the public realizes that the government is not protecting their children at a scale of vulnerability that we can articulate, then everything else about the government is called into question. All right? So for me, this is a truly righteous endeavor. And I will end by saying that as much good as it might do to get the British angry, for me, the center of gravity for change is the American public. Because if you can get the American public angry, We will stop supporting dictators overseas. We will close all of our military bases overseas. I am on record as a former CIA operations officer saying that our 1,000 bases overseas are not there for national defense. They're there to serve as lily pads for the smuggling of guns, gold, cash, drugs, and small children.
Baby, do you know how powerful you are? I'm talking about you're so powerful. When your feet touch the floor when you wake up, all the darkness is eliminated and the light takes over. You are that protected. You make demons tremble, okay? You can have Leo placements. You are a soldier. You are a soldier, okay? Do you understand me? I'm telling you, the darkness cannot fuck with you. Even in the dark, you shine, okay? You're in your Queen of Swords bad bitch era, okay? Very direct, very an honest, open-minded person, okay? And people skeptical about that, especially people you work with. People are intimidated by your power, okay? Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, okay? Because you work your ass off. People can't even compare